There we go. Wake up!
Hey, good morning, everybody. Hey, sorry for being the delay. Hey, we had a great time. We had Paxton's third birthday party yesterday, so we were a little tired from that. I want to be fresh and give you guys, the best content we can out there. Hey, it's a beautiful Sunday morning. A little cloudy, but hey, it's nice and cool outside. Hey, I'm ready to get back on the road at some point today. Hate to leave, but got to do that. Get back down to Sherrall, get ready for the work week. As always, you find everything that we've got here on the bottom side of the ticker. Of course, me and JD here together today. So, man, how you feeling this morning?
Oh, man, we're doing good. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, sports nuts, mixed nuts. Good morning, family. Hey, we had a great time. Wifey running around, stressing a little bit about the party, which, most women do. But at the end of the day, it was all about the congregation of people to celebrate, a birthday party. And ultimately, we had a good time, no matter what happened, which nothing major happened. There was no drama. Don't worry. No big drama. Nobody got into trouble or anything like that. But no, just excited to bring you guys Sportz Shortz. Hey, we're going to pop in here, give you a couple little hot takes, and then I'm going to go fix my glasses so I can see.
Oh, yeah. Well, we saw the MLB draft happen this week during the festivities of All-Star Week there down in Texas. Man, us Braves fans, man, we had a great draft, man. Next 3 to 5 years with the pitchers that we picked up, it's going to be great. You see JD out there, showing off his tumbler that we got. So, man, we saw probably the best hitter in college baseball, Mr. Condon. He went to a hitter's ballpark in Colorado. Look for him in the next couple of years. Man, the Orioles, again, they had a great draft with their first pick there at number 20, getting Mr. Honeycutt there from UNC. So, man, it's it's great to see. Man, we even saw Big Poppy's son, 19th round, get picked. So, man, it's great to see. Some of these guys that we've watched and kind of seen in the ranks as we grew up. Now we get to see their kids grow up in the league. So, we didn't get to touch on it much, but JD, what are your thoughts on the draft what did you think about the All-Star game this week?
Yeah, well, congratulations, of course, to the Gamecocks who got selected in the draft. The thing about the MLB draft is that it's so hard to get excited about. A lot of these players get drafted. We don't see them for 3 to 4 years. They either go the college route or they do have to go work their way up through spring training and learn the professional game, hitting with a wooden bat, all of those things. We hit with a metal bat all of our life, and then when we get to the pros, we hit with a wooden bat. That's one of the things I've never understood. But, yeah, as far as the MLB draft goes, I mean, congratulations to all those players. No, I just like everybody else, I did not keep up with a lot of the players that were selected aside from a few of the Gamecock ones. Cole Messina, Dylan Eskew, I think, was picked. The one that did shock me, though, was Florida, Jack Caglione. He was not picked quite as high. I thought he was going to be a bona fide number 1 pick last year, and he wasn't the number 1 pick. So that was one thing that was very interesting to me. And then the All-Star game, again, the American League won. Death, taxes, and the National League losing to the American League in the All-Star game are 3 very guaranteed things in this life. It's quite ridiculous how the American League, I mean, at this point, I think the National League is just cursed. I mean, they can win a World Series or 2, but they can't win an All-Star game. So that one to me is one that really, shocks me and surprises me. And then just to see the talent, that continues to come up. Paul Skeens, man, dude can pitch. Dude can flat out pitch. He's going to have a very, very hot rest of his year, I do believe, Shane.
Oh yeah, and you know that's one of the things, man, that we got to see, man. First rookie starting in a while, I believe. But as you said, 10 out of the last 11, and here we are, as Spring said, trying not to get flagged. Already flagged. Oh man, but man, we're talking about All-Star festivities, man. We couldn't give you a show without talking about the All-Star festivities that happened in the WNBA. Man, it was a decent game. I ended up watching a good bit of it last night. Surprised me, man. The WNBA, man, they came out in this nice Phoenix attire, because that's where they were holding everything. Kind of a little pink and orange kind of uniform in the first half. Second half, they switched it up, come out in a black uniform. It's something pretty different.
Wardrobe change.
Yeah.
Little wardrobe change there in the basketball. That's a new one. Hey,
Yeah.
That's something for the WNBA to look at. Maybe let's do it every quarter then.
Yeah.
Let's play one quarter in lingerie even, maybe. Hey.
No. Hey, listen, Cameron Brink was not there last night. So calm down, JD. But hey, they did it, especially with the Olympics coming up. They did the national team versus the WNBA stars that, of course, were not selected for the national team. But man, the WNBA stars beat the national team last night. Man, Caitlin Clark was out there throwing dimes to everybody last night, what it seemed. Angel Reese was in there, man. That was a big thing, man. It looked like they were getting along, man. It was a good game to watch. Hey, does this raise any questions going into the Olympics with the national team, or hey, what's your look on the game last night, and the positivity that I guess the national team could take going into the Olympics next week?
Well, I mean, I think it's fine. I think the national team will be fine. I think last night what happened is there were two players that had a chip on their shoulder for not making that national team, and they had something to go out there and prove. So, I mean, I think the national team will still be fine. I think they'll still be able to win the gold, hopefully, relatively easily. The thing is hindsight is 2020. So now that the fact that Caitlin Clark, just like she told her head coach when she didn't make the team, they awoke a monster, and she was not playing that well. Kind of, had a lot of turnovers. She was not playing the type of Caitlin Clark basketball that we got used to watching and her play in the college game. So, I mean, I still think it was justified at that point to leave her off the team. Obviously, they can't go back now and change that or anything. But no, I think the women's national team will be fine. But hey, man, her passing prowess, her vision of the court, and I'm not much of a basketball nuance guy, but there's something about her vision. I mean, she could probably play quarterback. She probably, if she was a guy playing football, she probably would have been a heck of a quarterback the way she passes the ball and just has tremendous vision.
Oh yeah. Hey, we were talking about it, just among us the other night. I was actually watching the game. It was towards the end of the half, and she's down in the paint throwing behind the back passes, looking like white chocolate Jason Williams back in the day. Just hey, no care about it, but hey, they're getting things done. It's great to watch and see, especially that they are younger coming up and all through the ranks, and hey, we're going to be able to watch this for a long time, I think. And hey, they just signed a big TV deal as in the WNBA, so hey, we're gonna be able to get a lot more on the TV for everybody out there to watch. So.
Right. Well, it's really crazy. You said Caitlin Clark and Asia Wilson, Angel Reese, all of them, they're all about to be pioneers. And, of course, all the ladies that came before them, Diana Taurasi, Ionescu. I mean, Candace Parker. I could go on and on for days naming great women's basketball players that we always knew, but we never really saw them. And now they're about to have that TV rights deal. Hopefully that means the salaries are about to increase. But we're fixing to call all these ladies pioneers for what they've been able to accomplish building up this WNBA and women's basketball game here.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And hey, it wouldn't be a Saturday Sportz Shortz, which this week coming in on Sunday.
Sunday Sportz Shortz.
Sunday Sportz Shortz. It works together, but both start with an S. So hey, but man, hey, it's NASCAR time. Hey, we're racing back at the Brickyard, and no, I'm not talking about the road course that we've been so lovingly watching. If you can hear and taste the sarcasm in the way that we talk about it. But man, we're back on the oval. We're back running the historic part that everybody knows that they started with the Indy 500, and then back in the 90s when NASCAR took back, and grew into the sport. And man, it's a funny story about it that I've heard always in the past. At the Brickyard, they went out numerically. So of course, Rusty Wallace being the number 2 car, he was able to get let off pit road first. Then Dale Earnhardt, the number 3 car. Man, he was gung ho. He was so, first practice out there, he sped down pit road just so he could be leading the first lap at Indy whenever they went to practice there. But man, we watched some of the race yesterday. Good back and forth, man. Last lap, lead change to win it going into the third turn. Mr. Riley Herbst, he had the car, he stuck it there, and it's surprised me, taking on a Cup veteran and Eric Almirola to get that win. Hey, we're talking about the oval, getting rid of the road course, man. JD, what do you think about NASCAR coming back and running the oval and the festivities that they've had there this week? With the Truck Series being at the small track behind the race, that big track that they have there in Indy.
In Indianapolis Raceway Park or IRP.
Yeah.
Well, no, first, I'm absolutely excited they're back. On running Indy was one of my favorite things. The original square with curved, you know what I mean? It has curved corners, so it's not really a square, but it's kind of a square. Call it a parallelogram if you wish. But that to me, it created such great racing. And there for a while, the NASCAR package got away that wasn't very conducive to that track. And you would see the field get very spread out. But as for yesterday, the top 3, like Shane was just saying, with Riley Herbst winning, the top 3 were within 1 second of one another with 4 laps to go. Riley Herbst ran down Cole Custer and passed him for the lead. Eric Almirola passed both of them, though. So it put Riley Herbst in second, and Eric Almirola from third jumped all the way to first. And so Riley Herbst had to do the same move twice on the next to last lap and the very last lap, making a pass for the win. And it was just incredible racing, man. It was good stuff. I hope the race today produces that same kind of racing. As far as I know, I think Shane's going to ask me here in a minute about who I think is going to win. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into that part. Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, the same 2 guys that we talk about all year. It seems more and more likely each week that they have a chance to win over everybody else. So give me one of those 2 guys, and then, of course, give me Chase Elliott. And then, man, somebody sneaky come up there and win one. I want to see more winners than playoff spots. I want to see NASCAR in that. I want to see NASCAR in that position. So can y'all do me that favor, please?
Oh yeah, well, and man, we're getting really close to the playoffs. I think maybe in August is the
I think there's like 3 weeks to go, 4 weeks to go.
Maybe. Well, we're fixing to take off a couple weeks for the Olympic break since Peacock and all they own the rights. After this week we got 2 weeks off from racing. So, one thing that JD mentioned, Kyle Larson, is good to see. They actually brought the same paint scheme that he ran in the Charlotte race during the Coke 600. Which was, kind of a mirror to his Indy car. They brought that paint scheme back, so that's kind of one good thing that I saw coming out this weekend. But man, I want to see one of these, kind of these guys ride around, a Austin Dillon, Kyle Busch, RCR.
I picked him last week. I ain't doing it again. I picked him last week.
They're right around that 18 to 16 mark in the playoffs. So I'm interested to see if we can get somebody, maybe to jump up there and take a spot, on somebody that we thought was going to be good in points. That's
right.
one thing that I'd like to see.
And you know what I just thought about, though, as we're sitting here talking about this? I picked Kyle Busch last week to win at Pocono. So that's the trick to this, though. Pocono actually has a very similar, I mean, obviously it's triangle, but it's still the same concept. It's a triangle with curved turns. And one of the turns from Pocono is modeled after turn 4 at Indy, I believe it is.
The tunnel turn. Tunnel turn, the high-speed turn with the banking and all.
And so, anybody that might have been good last week at Pocono, it's very interesting. They're running those two racetracks back-to-back like that. They normally don't do that. So anybody that might have been getting good last week at Pocono, hey, man, check their odds. Dial them up. They might be about to get good at Indy this week.
Yeah, check Bubba Wallace at that point. He ran decent last week. So, and also, just like Pocono, with it being a larger track, we're looking into a lot more of the strategies and stuff like that when it comes down to these larger tracks. I just hope that it's one of those ones where we have some tire fall off like we saw yesterday, where new tires kind of helped. In the later stages of the races, if he had the newer tires like Riley Herbst, they get underneath there and to make those moves to win, But hey, we don't want to spend too much longer on this. We got a couple more, things we want to hit with you guys today. As always, we try to take a little break from the sports thing. Give a little hot take on what we might be feeling. JD, I know you had some good one, a good topic for today, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and kick this one off.
Yeah, so we were having a funny conversation the other night, talking about toys and picking them up. Obviously, with the birthday party, we had a lot of family staying here. We got a lot of kids around, and it doesn't matter if it's just my 2 kids or all the kids. Picking up toys is annoying, right? Especially. You tell your kids to pick it up, put it back before you go play with something different. You try to teach them. I mean, my kids are the worst with their shoes, too. But that'll be a different pet peeve for a different day. Today, we're talking about how annoying it is that they just leave their toys laying around everywhere. And then we actually had a friend. I won't call him by name. He asked me not to. But he says he burns them. If you leave them out more than once after he tells you to put them up, he takes them out back and he sets a good fire. Now, I'll give you a couple of chances. I'll pick them up after a couple of chances. But how many times do you give somebody to do something before you give them no more chances? Like I said, I give my kids like 2 to 3. But once I start finding like those little itty-bitty Legos that I ain't never going to figure out what they go to, no, them son going to start going in the trash can after that, bro. Sorry. Love you. Mean it. But bye-bye, Lego.
Oh, yeah, man. I remember, plenty of times when I was growing up, man, my mama would give us a certain time frame to get everything cleaned up. And whatever was not off of the floor and cleaned up after that certain amount of time frame, hey, it's going in the trash.
Oh, yeah.
Going in the trash, or it's going to somebody who can put it up in the proper place.
Right.
Always somebody else would much rather have this. You should take care of what you got, man. And there's no need for it, but it's a little bit harder with a lot of the little kids running around, especially at this age, that we had here this weekend. So
yeah. Well, I had to work the slip and slide line yesterday. They couldn't figure out how to go down the slip and slide one at a time. Which granted, they were all very young children, so that was all good. We had a great time though. It was fun. But yeah, Shane speaks of a time limit. What's crazy, my kid wants to race all over the place. Wants to be first but not if it comes to picking up toys. I don't want to. I'm so tired.
But I was playing with that.
Right. Always. But yeah, he'll want to race until it comes time to race picking up something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, hey, we love our children. We love our lives. It's just fun to get on here and vent about it every once in a while. So moving on.
Oh, yeah, man. And, finally, really one thing we want to talk about, I want to hit on, man. We've got one of the last major championships going on today in golf, which it's on right now since they're playing over at Royal Troon in Scotland. A very interesting thing that caught a topic of ours in conversation yesterday was there at Royal Troon, how they actually have to halt play when the train comes in, that a lot of the fans and all come in on, just because of the way the ground shakes and everything else like that. So we've heard of weather breaks and stuff in golf, but haven't seen it in a while. I know. I think what's that, Chambers Bay up there? They've got a railroad that runs right there beside, I think, 17 or 18. That's kind of famous. That I've actually seen a couple people hit over there. Probably where my ball would end up. Hard slice that way.
Absolutely.
But man, we saw some great things. Man, Tiger, of course, didn't make it to the weekend. Rory didn't even make it to the weekend, I don't believe. So, Ricky Fowler, he barely got in, and kind of finished up the day. Had a stronger round to finish it up. But man, we saw Shane Lowry held the lead. Man, was looking like the guy that was going to take it all the way and win it. But man, he had a little bit of trouble the last 9 holes there yesterday. And man, with the conditions that they had, man, one of the longest hitters in the world, Scotty Scheffler, they had a par 3 on number 17, 238 yards to the pin, playing more like 270. He had to hit his 3-wood, with it being that long, and put it up there pretty close. Finished off. He's got a chance, maybe sneak in there if they shoot low today. But Billy Horschel, he's got lead, man. What you think, man? What we're gonna see today?
Hopefully the wind is kicking up. Hopefully we see a lot more tough golf, because it is fun sometimes to watch those pros actually go out there on a course and struggle. To me, that is a little bit more entertaining than going out there and watching them dominate it and shoot, the leader be 20 under, 18 under, anything like that. The one couple of things I think you did mention there was the train. Obviously, hey, you asked me what I'm going to hit, the trees to the right. So, yeah, I would definitely – it would not be safe for me to play a professional round of golf, because all these spectators that are lined up right here, y'all going to be in bad shape. But that was the one I was going to ask y'all. Did y'all know that Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson have won majors more recently than Rory McIlroy and Jordan Spieth? I'm sorry, what? Tiger Woods, who can barely make a cut, yes, he has won a major more recently than McIlroy and Spieth, and so is Phil Mickelson. Yeah, the same Phil Mickelson that plays on the LIV Tour now. He ain't even playing PGA golf.
He made the weekend this weekend. He made the weekend.
And he does play some majors, but yeah, he's won a tournament more recently than. That's just crazy to me. I mean, Jordan Spieth and Rory, they were supposed to be the dudes coming up. They were supposed to kind of take the torch. Scheffler, though, I hope he does get into contention. I don't think he will. That course, man, is just so difficult. We even saw Horschel on 18 yesterday bogey it to, fall away from the lead there at the very end. And so, yeah, I'm all down for watching the golf. Don't hit it in the sand, guys. Don't get in them sand traps. You find yourself hitting it backwards. It ain't cool, man. It ain't cool.
Oh, yeah. That's one thing you get to look forward to in links golf is the difficulty of the course and how the weather affects it. Like you said, the wind starts kicking up. And it makes it fun there at the top because, hey, there could be holes, somebody birdies, and then – hey,
like a four swing. You have a 4-shot, change there.
Yeah, just right there in between them, man. But it's fun to watch, and especially when you're getting close to the end of the championship and all that. So we're actually going to go ahead and get off of here, and maybe try to fix something to eat. Watch a little bit of it, as always, like I said, all the information for Mr. Matt, Springs, Brandon, me, myself, JD, it's all down there. Follow me on Facebook, Shane Owen, Instagram, s.owen1240, Snapchat, come hit us up. Let us know what you guys want to talk about. Want to hear us talk about? At Zane O'Mac 1240, and always on the X, Twitter, Poop Sports. JD, let everybody know where they can find you at.
Absolutely. Well, shout out to you, sir. Also, 200 followers, my man. 200 followers. Been doing it like a month now, man. We got him up to 200. Your boy here, I just got up to 400, but trust me, I've got a lot of followers on there that if I went and deleted, I'd probably be more like 300. But let's keep that between us. For right now, I got 400 followers. All right. But yeah, I ain't gonna do a clean out just yet. I might have to in the future. Who knows? But yeah, shout out to the Sports Nuts Twitter as well. We're trying to get it up to 100 followers. Just give us a couple more follows there. Our YouTube stream. Just because we say subscribe doesn't mean it costs you anything. It's free. Just go on there and subscribe. Y'all can go back, check our older content with Kelly Bryant, Jake Crane, Abe Gordon. We got guests coming up this week. Shout out, of course, Tequila's Grill for having us on Friday. We had a tremendous time there. It was a beautiful thing. Let me see if I can get everything nailed in here real quick. Let's see. I nailed out Tequila's. Don't forget, give them a call. 5155 Calhoun Memorial Highway in Easley. I don't remember their phone number, but yeah, you can look it up. Tequila's Grill in Easley. And yeah, don't forget, we got great guests coming up. We'll see you guys possibly again Tuesday. We'll see what happens with being born, with the pregnancy. Brandon's wife, just days away from having a baby. So y'all be kind, be blessed, not stressed, and we're going to be out.
Oh, yeah. And hey, go ahead, everybody out there, put the prayers out. Hopefully Miss Cassie, Mr. Brandon, they welcome, Miss Aspen into this world here recently, hopefully soon. That way we can get excited, get ready for this football and everything. As always, hey, peace, love, and bacon grease. We out.